And now, here's your host of Shaping Success, Wes Tankersley.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Shaping Success Morning Coffee. I am burnt out. I don't know how else to say it. I'm tired. It's funny, I've had this sinus thing going on for a while now, and it's kind of taken a toll on me in addition to all the other crap that's going on. And you take that Tylenol PM or you take NyQuil. What's up, Nikki? And it gives you the morning grogginess. And I may have got some decent sleep last night, although Nolan woke up at about 3 o'clock, started crying a little bit, which I thought I was going to have to get up because his mom got up because she knows I'm not feeling well, and went in there and what's up, Wise in the YouTube chat. If you guys are over on TikTok, come join us on YouTube, Shaping Success with Wes Tankersley. I know it's early. We've been doing this daily morning coffee every day. This is, I think, 18, 19. So anyway, I have been sinusing it up, which seems to be a yearly thing for me. And last time I met with a doctor and the sinus people, they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Rinse and be fine. Maybe I need to get on that rinsing again but it doesn't feel like it's in here. It feels like it's coming down. So, oh well, whatever. We'll get through it. But trying to sleep through it makes it kind of difficult. We got people in town. I have to say, it's kind of weird, a little disappointing. This year at the house, we were going to have Thanksgiving. I wanted to have it here. My wife was going to have it here with her family, and I wanted to have my family come down here too, so we could have everyone here. And my family kind of balked out on it, and then we finally have a house big enough that we can have everyone stay here. Well, only one person is staying here. My sister-in-law and her family got a hotel. Then my brother-in-law, who I was expecting to stay here, decided that he was going to stay in a hotel. So now we don't have anyone here. Oh, well, whatever. It is what it is. So, but I am the one who is the head cook for the next couple of days. Not the head cook. Excuse me. I'm doing my wife sometimes says, well, all you do is just turn on the barbecue and watch it, because everything that I cook is kind of a slow roaster. So we barbecue the turkey. She asked me to barbecue ribs tonight, so we're doing ribs tonight. And then Friday we'll take, kind of the day off from barbecuing. But then Saturday, I'm supposed to barbecue a brisket. And for those of you who don't know, I'm barbecuing the turkey on Thanksgiving too. I didn't say that, but I kind of felt like that's implied. So, yeah. And then yesterday, I'm sitting here looking at my schedule and trying to think about all the things that I need to get done around here so that we can get this place sold. And I'm like, well, I'll see if I can employ these other people to help me move this rock, because I have it's got to be 24 yards of rock, and we're going to have to move it by hand. So it's going to be fun. But my brother-in-law, he's got a couple kids here. One of his sons they're getting ready to do a cross country tournament on Saturday. So they've driven all the way up here from California, and they're driving all the way back Friday for him to go compete in the state title cross country match, which is pretty cool. So one of his kids is going to help, and they're going to hopefully help me get this rock dispersed as much as possible. So I need to get it done, and it's a lot of work, and can't do it all on my own. So that's what I've got going on. But what I wanted to talk about today, because I just came to my mind. We talk about some Thanksgiving Day, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, right? Traditions, right? And one of our traditions, like in my family, is like we talked about, not very many people. There's a bunch of different ways to cook your turkey, right? But for us, we've always barbecued it. I think maybe when I was, probably 1 through 5, we did it in the oven. But then someone got this idea or found a way to realize that you could do it on a Weber barbecue. which if those of you who don't know what a Weber barbecue is, it looks like a flying saucer and you do it on charcoal. So you basically make your turkey exactly the same way that you always have. We used to stuff it, but then, stuffing is not good inside the bird and blah, 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 blah. Happy Thanksgiving, Dan. Thanks for hopping in on YouTube. We used to stuff it, then you put it on the barbecue and you put the charcoal on the side and barbecue it. The bird comes out, looks awesome. And it is the best tasting turkey that I've ever had. Although I can't say that I've ever had a deep fried one. And a lot of people do deep fry them. So, but last year I decided that, for those of you who know me, you know that I have multiple barbecues and I have a really big pellet grill. And I thought, I'm going to try and spatchcock a turkey because I do a chicken all the time. For those of you who don't know what spatchcock means, because it's a really weird sounding word, you cut the backbone out and then you flay it out. So the turkey basically lays flat, or the chicken, traditionally people do it with chicken, but a lot of people do it with the turkey. So last year when I was doing it with the small kitchen shears that I had to cut the backbone out, which is really tough. The turkey's huge. So for Christmas, I asked for a nice pair of shears. So I'm looking forward to being able to cut that thing open. But we brine the thing. You cut the backbone out, lay it flat on the barbecue, and it cooks a lot quicker. And my wife, I keep nudging her on this because last year she told me it was the best turkey she ever had, but she can't seem to remember that it was the best turkey that she ever had. It's a little disappointing because I'm like, oh, great, I'll do it this way again because it was so good last year. So, and it's funny because I was talking to my dad about my brother is going over to barbecue the turkey at their house because that's where they're having Thanksgiving. And he goes, my brother always burns it. And he goes, I'm going to have to watch him and make sure he doesn't burn it. But they're going to do theirs the traditional way with the turkey, kind of just how you would normally do it in an oven. Get her all cooked up. So that's kind of our tradition. I think we kind of we talk about this like it's kind of like a running joke because I'm looking at the top 10 and we went over this on One Drink Wednesday last year too. And it's funny because nothing's really changed, but, talking about going around the table, and talking about what you're thankful for. We always joke about that. And it's funny because I feel like I have a lot to be thankful for, but I don't ever really verbalize it. And it's tough with the stuff that, like when you have a bunch of issues going on, you think you have issues on. Like there's so many good things going on, like we talk about all the time. But it's tough because you try to camp on those bad things. So it's really a cool thing when you have to think about the good things that are going on. So I'm grateful for a lot of things, and it's a good reminder, but I think it's always funny. It's like, we start going around it and then we were all kind of a joking family. And it's like, I'm thankful that Tatum is quiet because she's eating or whatever, like it's just one of those things. It's just kind of a comical thing that really becomes part of it. How many of you guys are going to watch? This is something that I never do, but that I think I did when I was a kid, but not so much anymore because I don't have regular TV, but you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Is that even a thing anymore? I don't even know. Yeah, there's a Macy's in the mall. Like who goes to Macy's anymore? But it's their Thanksgiving Day Parade. So that was one of the big ones. All those floats rolling around. That one was always an interesting one. The next one we got here is breaking the wishbone for good luck. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. I feel like we talked about doing that when we were kids, and I've done it once or twice, but I never really think about it anymore. And the way that I cook the turkey, I'm breaking the wishbone before it even gets a chance. So, and the thing never really broke the way it was supposed to. Eat a traditional Thanksgiving meal, which I think that most people do that. I can't think of a time, like for Christmas, I've done, like a lot of people eat turkey on Christmas or ham. And I think that for us, I've always had a traditional Thanksgiving. Sometimes when like people aren't coming over, and it's just us. Yeah, well, that's the next one, Nikki. But sometimes, like for Thanksgiving for us, like when I'm like not a whole bunch of people coming over, we'll do something different. Like I'll do something big though. Like I don't know if I've ever done a tri-tip because I don't really think of it as like traditional. But like Christmas, we do prime rib, or I did plate ribs one year. Something big, something that takes longer to cook, you know, because I feel like you have to spend a day slaving over the main dish. But usually it's turkey and all the additional things that went with it. Last year it was just us at the house, and we didn't have as many things as we normally did. Oh, listen to this though. This is weird. Like I don't even think of these as things that you have. Roast turkey is one thing. Cranberry sauce sounds normal. Stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts. Who has Brussels sprouts with their Thanksgiving dinner? That seems just a little weird. And then it says that green bean casserole has become a popular dish, especially in the Midwest. It's like, I feel like green bean casserole is more common than Brussels sprouts. Who has Brussels sprouts with? Tell me, you guys got to tell me. Who has Brussels sprouts with their Thanksgiving dinner? And then pumpkin pie for dessert. Cornbread. I've heard of cornbread stuffing. We do rolls. And then pumpkin pie, that's kind of a dead giveaway. But we always had pecan pie. Pecan, whatever you want to call it. Pecan or pecan, you decide. But my wife makes me one, and I don't know. I haven't talked to her about it. She typically makes me one that has a little bourbon in it, little bourbon pecan pie, and I smoke that thing on the Recatech. So, gotta have something green. There's celery in the celery in the stuffing. If you listen to the Thanksgiving song by Adam Sandler, you eat your turkey, then you take a nap. How many people take a nap? We already talked about sharing what you are most thankful for. Nikki, I know you do this, and I bet Wise does this as well, if Wise is still here. Watch a football game. I remember we used to watch it all the time. Don't the Dallas Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving? Like I feel like they're always the ones that play on Thanksgiving, and then they got that stupid big old giant turkey with like 20 legs on it. Here's Run a Turkey Trot. It may seem, it says right here, it may seem counterintuitive or genius to run a race on America's biggest food holiday, but a turkey trot I ran across the U.S. on Thanksgiving Day. Get your calories burnt before you eat them. A couple more. This is going to be a short one because I'm tired and I need to go, but I thought that this would be something that was really cool to talk about. How many go Black Friday shopping? I'm like, screw that. The last thing I want to do is go Black Friday shopping. I do not want to be out in the middle of a million people trying to buy stuff. It's just freaking crazy. Make room for food. Oh, that reminds me of something that we used to do. And this, I think this sounds counterintuitive because we used to like skip breakfast and lunch knowing that we were going to try and eat 2 or 3 helpings at Thanksgiving dinner. But usually when you do that, what's up, Lynette? Usually when you skip all of that, you end up, I'm a hermit on Black Friday. Yeah, for sure. So we used to do that when we were kids. And I don't eat as much as I used to when I was a little kid. You just go back. I remember Grandma's rolls. And it's funny because she passed on the recipe to everyone else. And the rolls were really good, but that was one of the things. Like, they'd come hot out of the oven, and I just remember her taking a stick of butter and wiping them all over the top of them, and then we would just, like, grab them as we were going. What's up, Liz? How's it going? And then just grabbing them hot. Like, and you would just, like, down a whole bunch of them, throw some turkey in there, a little bit of gravy on there. You would just, I mean, those rolls were just great. And then she passes on this recipe, and we give it to my wife to make, and she goes and she starts making it, and it makes like 100 rolls. So Grandma never knew how to make the recipe for just a few people, And so then you have to go through and divide everything. It's pretty crazy. And then they're just not the same because grandma didn't make them. That's what I told her yesterday. She's like, we're going to make the rolls. She goes, do you want me to make the rolls? And I'm like, no, they're just, I don't know. They were good when my grandma made them, but they just, when anyone else makes them, it's not the same. And I think it's just because it was grandma who was making them, So anyway, I think that's about it. There's one more thing. It says giving back, which I feel like I kind of feel like I need to start doing that myself, giving back a little bit, but it's one of those things to think about. I feel like as I grow, I kind of miss being around family as much as it was before when I was younger. We had so many people. We had such a big family. We'd have this big old giant Thanksgiving. And now it seems like it's just kind of like everyone just goes their separate ways instead of coming together. And I kind of miss that a little bit. But I don't know if there's ever an answer to making that happen again. So maybe I'm going to talk to my wife about this. They have everyone's doing these Friendsgivings, like before Thanksgiving, and you're having time with friends instead of your family. And maybe we just do that. Maybe we have a Friendsgiving every Wednesday or something. And, yeah. Traditions. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving. This is one of the things here that, we'll talk about today. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get up and do this. I'm hoping to kind of get some rest throughout the weekend, but I don't think I really am. And we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to decide. I am getting a little burned out. And it's more mentally, and then being sick is not really helping that either. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving. I know, Lynette, you're in Canada. Thanksgiving was a couple weeks ago for you guys. But tomorrow here in the U.S., it is Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have a good day. And I got 2 appointments today. So I'll go to my first one, and then I got a big break in between. I think I'm going to come back here and try and take care of some yard work, and then go to my last one, and then, I got to prep the ribs in between. But it'll be a good day. I hope you guys have an awesome day.